So I have a confession to make, and I don't want to hear it in the comments. Yes, there was Shop Your Closet. I've been doing very good. I've carried 4 out of the 7 bags so far. But after all, it is my birthday month. Listen, we're in Scorpio season. The Caleb Snell birthday national holiday is fast approaching. I'll be 36 years old. And I've kicked it off with a really amazing bag as my first purchase for birthday month, I think. I've been really good the last few weeks. I know I've been ragging on Coach a lot lately with the current styles, quality, price points, and what have you, but the bag I'm going to share with you today is from 2007. Gorgeous quality, and I thought it would be fun rather than just doing like an unboxing, a try on, like what does it fit? Let's make this a little more interactive, and I'm going to show you guys what 2007 Coach actually looked like for autumn winter 2007. This was when I first started, getting into bags, collecting luxury. Coach 2006, 2007, like that is my jam. That's my sweet spot. That's just kind of where I started on this crazy journey of bags and SLGs and ready to wear. All kicked off in high school with Coach. So let's get into this real quick. I'm going to share with you a catalog from fall 2007 just so we can kind of see what was the brand doing, what was the design aesthetic, what was the quality, what were the price points. There are some bags over $1,000, which in 2007 was actually more than a lot of the entry-level LV. There's some goodies in here, and I've actually owned quite a few of these pieces over the years. Some have burned, some have been sold. So let's dive in. Fall 2007, and then I'll share what I got here at the end. It's stunning. You're gonna love it. So we're gonna kick this off here with the catalog. So the very first image that we have here is the signature stripe. Now, I loved signature stripe at the time. Listen, I'm tacky at heart. Give me all the signature monogram, crazy legacy linings and extra hang tags and fobs. Now, when this collection first came out, you could originally get your initials ironed on to like that stripe patch. Listen, those have not aged well. Whenever you see them like pre-owned in the wild, they look a little rough. Those little iron-on patches did not hold up well. I'm looking at this little blue satchel here at the front in the denim, and if they made that Caleb Snell size, after all, I am 6'7", so I do have to carry a little bit bigger of a bag for it to look right on me, I would snatch that up in a heartbeat. That is stunning. Now, this next page, I love. She's just peeking over that. Is that a Saarinen chair? I don't think that's Eames. I can't remember who the designer of that chair is, but she's just peeking it over. She's like, yeah, I've got my signature striped tote. What about it? And her ballet flats. Peace of mind. Now, oh my God. This is killing me. So first up, we have that gorgeous satchel with the super cute little bow. That's the legacy stripe that we all know and love. You could actually get the legacy stripe as like full-on bags or full SLGs. They have not held up well, sadly. A lot of the times like that cream, well, really any satin bag from Coach, especially like the lighter ones, will show a lot of like glue around the seams, which is kills me, but it's what happens as things age. But these are all super cute. They're usually about around like $300. So this large signature striped tote is only $298, which at the time Coach could be very affordable and also very expensive. There's a little bit of something for everybody. Now on this next page, we've got some more signature stripe. That's the editorial magazine tote there on the side with the crossbody strap. Now listen, if any of you have this legacy framed wallet in the citron color and you don't want it anymore, let me know. We can Venmo, work something out. I've got my P.O. box down below. I absolutely love that citron color, and it's kind of hard to find. Also, laying on the ground, that is the original Coach signature fragrance. And when I worked at Coach, we actually had a whole bunch of like dummy bottles on display all over the shelves. I actually still have mine in my library over in the next room. Super cute, actually. It's filled with liquid, but it's not actual perfume in there. I think it's just like water inside of a sealed bottle. Kind of a fun throwback. Bucket hats. Bucket hats were huge for the brand back then. They had them for like every season, every collection, every price point. They did a lot of hats during the Reed Krakoff era. Coach was very luxe during the Reed Krakoff era. There were gorgeous coats, shoes were just coming out, jewelry, the hats, scarves. Like Coach was on another level back in the day, and this is just another moniker of that quality. You've got the tattersall on one side, just a plain canvas on the other. And it's honestly a super cute idea to add like a little oblong scarf to a hat. Kind of dresses it up a little bit. Now, ballet flats. These are cute just because they're legacy stripe, but listen, never been a fan of ballet flats, and they look like they'd be uncomfortable. Like if you stepped on a rock, do you feel it? They just do not look like good walking shoes to me. That's just my opinion. Next up, we've got more signature stripe. Now, scarf print. Scarf print was huge for Coach back then. That and patchwork bags. So you would always get like the holiday patchwork that everyone went nuts over. They would stand in line for it. And then these scarf print bags, I've always loved these, but again, much like anything silk or like that like satin kind of fabric, they do not hold up well. Again though, really good price points for these. You've got the signature scarf print tote only $298 again, really good price, but as we go through, we're going to be going up in price. So this is the Carly, and this is the bag the Zoe replaced. Now the Carly was a smash hit. Everybody had a Carly. Everybody wanted a Carly. A lot of you, this was probably your first designer bag. Let me know down in the comments if it was or not. The Carly had so many design flaws because of the jacquard weave. With the pointy corners, they'd often blow out. And along the top rail, it would actually get like little holes where it would like kind of like bend and whatnot. So the jacquard Carlys were recalled pretty early on. And then I think the next year they're actually redesigned and replaced with the Zoe, which solved a lot of its design issues. And the Zoe went on for another 2 or 3 years. But the Carly, absolutely fabulous. If you can get one of these in leather, I highly recommend, just because they are stunning, classic quality. I love the harness on the side is giving kind of like saddle energy, if you will. Now, fun fact, the large was $398 at the time. And I remember the cost for Coach to make the Carly was only $35. That included materials, labor, and the shipping back to the States, $35 to $398. So that's why like I always kind of take like new luxury prices, like whether it be, you know, the Empire Toad at like, what is it, like $800 or $1,200, brands like Balenciaga, Chanel, like these crazy price hikes are not really warranted. Like they don't need to be this expensive. Like it's wild how little they pay to make these things. In the groove, she's got her Carly. She's feeling good about life. Oh, this next spread. So that is the Coach Leather Hobo, which has recently been re-released, or a current iteration of it anyway. That one at the time in leather would have been, drumroll please, $278. It came in black, which we're seeing here, acorn, and turquoise. And I love this detail on the belt. It has the mini signature and the full-size signature with like the lacing through. Now, this next page, Chelsea was an amazing collection. So this was like more of like your upscale kind of pebbled leathers. They actually did this snakeskin. It's not like an actual snakeskin, but it was embossed. And for snakeskin, it was the most real feeling in my humble opinion. But if anyone knows where I can get my hands on that mini wallet, take my card. I have wanted that Chelsea mini wallet for years. They're so cool. They rarely show up on the pre-owned market. Absolutely fabulous. And this Coach Abby with the whip stitch and the buckles, so on trend for right now. It's embellished. It's the hobo, the big slouchy hobo. She's got the buckles so you're belted. Fabulous bag. That one I want to say was originally $798 if I remember right. Next spread, Abby Leather Hobo. $798. It's going to be a recurring number. Now that we're in the upper prices, $798 is kind of like the $298 for the lower end. Now, from this spread, I had that signature wristlet, the signature stripe, but mine was the mahogany. I had that Chelsea capacity wristlet in a blue pebbled leather, and I want to say I had a black smooth one at one point. Either burned or sold, I don't remember. I always wanted that kind of whip stitch one down at the bottom, that Chelsea. And then of course the absolutely fabulous Legacy there in the white. That belt's pretty cute too with the little snap head details, kind of like a concho belt almost. Now this next page, these are the Chelsea satchels. And what I love about these, you have like, again, you've got that belted harness energy. You've got that gorgeous pebbled leather. Like if you have not touched Chelsea leather from this era, you are 100% missing out. Absolutely fabulous leather. Zane's mom actually had a full set in the Chelsea. She's kind of what helped me get into Coach, I think. Like we were just Coach fanatics back in the day. We take like bi-weekly weekend trips up to the local outlet, which sadly just closed a few months ago over there. But we were Coach obsessed. And again, that charm hanging off the white one there on the side. I have been searching for that charm for years. Listen, Coach charms during this era, whether they were leather or metal or enamel or glass, next level. The new ones can't even hold a candle to it. Now, patchwork. Again, patchwork was absolutely huge. You'd get patchwork Carlys and Zoes. They would have the Hamptons Patchwork Weekend collection. This one, I remember it being stunning. So it's different shades of gold, suede, cream, rich browns. Absolutely stunning. So if you can find, I could see like these older patchwork bags becoming big again because they're going to fall into quite a few trends and just fabulous. Now we've got a little Chelsea top handle. Those are super cute. Again, pretty well priced for being solid leather. Chelsea leather was fabulous. Now these top handles, you really don't see these too often anymore. They don't show up a lot. Now these will still have the turn lock closure up at the top. Very Chelsea, very fabulous. And I'm loving that brown one with the wristlet hanging off of it. It's giving, I don't know, it's giving a lot of good energy, and I love the snap head motif. So back in the day, Coach would have a lot of different motifs. Usually they were collection specific, like with my Bleecker, they'd have like that oblong kind of stretched out large buckle. For Chelsea, they'd either have like the snap head or the turn lock. That was a huge motif for that. Soho had the rounded buckle. Legacy had the turn lock clasps on the front and on the tops. Just Absolutely stunning design, really high quality materials, and lots of metal pieces. Something that I kind of gripe about now with Coach these days, they're really lacking in all of those like extra components that are gonna kind of elevate the design, elevate the price point for them anyway. So the fact that they can make like these big over the top bags with like very thin leather, microfiber interior, and like next to no hardware for the prices they're asking, it's a little much for me right now. Oh my gosh! And then you could originally back in the day get your initial charm for your bag. Sadly, I could never get the C because it was like a bright pink patent leather, if I remember right. Absolutely fun. Coach was just fun back then. It was luxurious. It was fun. It had a little bit of whimsy to it. It could be dressed up, dressed down. Almost any price point could participate. Coach in the late 2000s, like Reed Krakoff, knocked it out of the park with the rebrand. Absolutely stunning. Now, next up, we have another oblong legacy striped scarf. Gorgeous. And that Ergo Hobo. Zane's mom had a couple of these as well. Stunning. Like the ergos were so good. Now we're getting to the high-end stuff. So we're gonna hit into legacy now. The tagline is show your colors. And then we've got the Bleecker jewelry, which I have several pieces from that collection. We also have the Citron. Is that the legacy Lee bag, I think? We'll find out. Hang on. Previous spread, Lee. It was called the Lee. I was right. That bag retailed back in the day for $658. Now, to put that into context, back in 2007, I paid $650 for my monogram LV Speedy 40. So Coach was right neck and neck with a lot of Louis Vuitton prices. Because what was it? Back in the day, I think the Louis Vuitton Galleria was like $1,250, and then Artsy might have been like $1,500. Like they were pretty neck and neck with a lot of their price points. Now, of course, this legacy collection, absolutely fabulous. Be careful though when you're buying it now because a lot of the hardware will get verdigris on the back. Out of the bag, that's cute. I love that like very mod 60s like Bonnie Cashin inspired cardigan. Coach was on another level back then. It was so good. These little wristlet pouches are super cute. I've never had one. I've never had the chance to buy one either on the pre-owned market. These don't really pop up a whole lot. Now this next bag was super popular. This is just the legacy satchel. So again, you have the dog leash clip, which was a huge, it's always been part of Coach's design aesthetic. You also have the turn lock, which was a Bonnie Cashin throwback because she originally saw that on her convertible top and then carried that over into her bags at the time. So Coach has always, in one way or another, had a turn lock clasp on their bags. Oh my God, the chokehold that the GG had on me. Now this is the signature, which is, I would have rather had the leather and whiskey. Do you guys remember Bride Wars with, who was it? I think Anne Hathaway had the Legacy GG and whiskey. Oh my God, the chokehold that bag had on us. Now the signature version alone here was at $598. I think the leather version was quite a bit more. Now, back in the day, I had that Turnlock Agenda, which originally retailed for $148. It came in black and punch. I think I had a later iteration because it was like in a really rich purple. Then down below, we have the shoulder flap, which was $528. So for that thick, rich, vegetable dyed Vachetta leather, like these prices are so good. Current Coach could never with these price points. Now we have the Lee in signature. Now, hot take, I don't like her as much in the signature as I do in the full leather. With the signature, with the C's, the 3 turn locks, the chains, the buckles, it's a lot going on, which was of the moment in 2007, but she's a little busy right now. I mean, I can still love her, but she wouldn't be my first choice. The XL Lily. Guys, I had this back in the day in black and I stupidly sold it. Listen, I'm 6'7". This bag always looked a little weird on me, especially in the time I was very much into like baggy jeans and Burberry polos. It's a dark period in my life. Don't judge me. I cannot believe I sold that bag. I still troll for it online. Typically now they're about $350. Back in the day, you'd be lucky to get your hands on one under $1,000. And I kick myself for this, for missing out on this, but I once saw the incredibly highly coveted Atlantic colorway at my local outlet in Fremont, Indiana, which RIP, and I did not buy it. I'm like, Caleb Snell, even if you weren't going to keep it, like to flip that bag back in the day, I would have gotten like $2,000 out of it. Like these, especially in Atlantic, people were cutthroat. Now we're into the Hamptons. Now the Hamptons is having a resurgence, as you know. They just recently dropped that new Hobo, which was a remake of the one we just saw here from 2007. These were the business totes, and what was really cool about these carryalls, you'll see like the zipper is kind of like embedded in a track. It can like flip up, so if you need to hold a little bit more, you can. Super easy, really convenient, stunning, gorgeous. I mean, a Hamptons carryall, like you cannot go wrong. They're so classic, so chic. Now, these are a little bit more upscale, these leather ones. They're going to be starting out at $328. Love that Agenda, though. I really do miss that. I had the 5x7 as well. What I love about this period of Coach is look at the amount of money they put just into this one catalog with all these different spreads, the models, the photo shoot, the editing, the timing. Like, that is true luxury to me. Like, when they put that much money into the romance language of the brand, previewing it and getting you excited rather than just like dropping it online or, oh, it's in stores now, here's a TikTok. Like, I miss this era of Coach. And they would do this for every season. You'd also get like the holiday guides and like the little one-off magazines if there's like a new collection dropping. Oh my gosh. Now this is the Tattersall, and you all know I have a very soft spot for the Tattersall. This is the Tattersall carry-all. Absolutely love that scarf actually with all the different like Coach metallic bits. Again, we're pushing that fragrance. And those shoes, Coach shoes back in the day were on another level. Oh, I had this wristlet and I stupidly sold it. I had it in the blue, and that wristlet alone retailed for, drumroll please, $198 for a wristlet. I had the blue colorway, stupidly sold it. One of my biggest like collection regrets. If you want to learn more about my collection regrets, go back and check out my Bags I've Lost video, I think is what it's called. It'll detail everything I've sold, everything that I lost in not one but two house fires. Nice for a little light watching. Oh, this next one. So this is the Miranda satchel. You have to say it like Steve. Miranda. This bag had a chokehold on me for such a long time. This is shown in the Bordeaux colorway, and she originally retailed for $798 in 2007. Head over heels, 100%. And then that's it. She's just cheekily looking at us over the back of her chair. Again, cannot remember the designer of that chair for the life of me, but that is the Coach catalog in a nutshell. And you're probably thinking to yourself like, okay, Caleb, that's great. We get it. Coach was amazing back then, but what bag did you get? Let me know down in the comments. And before I get the bag out, hey guys, my name's Caleb. I post luxury and lifestyle related content 3 times a week. So if that's something you're into, subscribe down below. Click the membership button if you want to learn more about joining the membership for extra perks, access, you name it. I am excited to share this bag with you guys because it is literally an icon. The fact that I was able to get one in 2024 in the condition that I did literally blows my mind. So hit pause on this video. Let me know in the comments like of what we just saw in that whole, like, I don't even know how long it was, 10-15 minute look through the 2007 catalog. Which bag do you think I got? Which bag do you think Caleb Snell purchased from 2007? Go ahead, I'm waiting. Just drop it down below. You've got time. I'm gonna hold this up and it's gonna rip my arm off because it literally weighs a ton. So I was able to get my hands on the Hamptons vintage leather Miranda in the Bordeaux colorway. So this bag is going to be perfect for a few different reasons. It's kind of giving Coach Empire current energy a little bit. You have the belting here, you have that turn lock, this beautiful Bordeaux leather, which is held 2024 with a chokehold. Like, we cannot get enough of this color. Gorgeous, stunning details. This is a thick Vachetta leather, so like she's hefty. Like, once I get this loaded up, she will literally tear my arm off. And I've already tested it for you, but the back pocket here, it does fit a cell phone. You also have the turn lock pocket here on the front with the flap. And behind the handles here and between the belts, you actually have a full slip pocket. So guys, this bag is absolutely stunning. Originally retailed for $798. If I said I paid more than 40 bucks for it, I wouldn't be lying. We'll just leave it at that. I think it was like 60 something after shipping, and they shipped it well. So I was very happy about that. Normally shipping can be a nightmare, and a bag that's 16 inches long, like that's a big box. Okay, I'm gonna hold her from the bottom. Oh, speaking of the bottom, she has feet. She's ready to play. She's got feet. And then on the interior, you have a zipper pocket, a slip pocket, and it's just done in like a nice, simple canvas. None of that microfiber stuff they're using now these days, or that non-committal lavender satin lining, like not the vibe. Also, what I love about this, look at all of this hardware. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to luxury. Like, not only do you need to use a nice quality leather, like a thick vegetable dyed Vachetta leather, like this leather is a tank. You have all of these components. You have all the studs. You have all the buckles. You have the metal hang tag. You have the turn lock. You have the feet. There's even studs up here on top of the handles. And then on the back, again, with the big zipper pocket, the big zipper pull and the studs, the amount of attention to detail that Coach from this era had, we really haven't seen this type of quality since Reed Krakoff left Coach. When I complain about like the current stuff, the current prices, the quality, the flimsy leather, the microfiber linings, it's because I come from this era. I come from like the gorgeous Bleecker leathers, the Zoe, the Hamptons, the Legacy, like good, true, rich, beautiful Coach pieces. I don't know, like this is just kind of the era that I'm happy staying in. I loved this era of Coach. I think Reed Krakoff had a beautiful vision for the brand. He really kind of took it from what it was throughout most of the 60s through the 90s and made it what we know today. Like it's a beautiful competitive fashion house. From his era, we got some gorgeous next level pieces. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think of my new Miranda? Is this something I could pull off is another question, because I was thinking like this would have to be with like the right outfit, if you know what I mean. Like she's very dressed up, she's very put together, but like you couldn't really schlep to the grocery store in like a tracksuit with this on. I mean, you could, it might be a vibe, but oh my God, there's even studs down here. Like next level. Anyway, guys, this is my new Coach bag. We're kicking off birthday month 2024 with a hit. Like, this is amazing. I'm super excited. There might be a couple more bags in the works for this month. We're going to do 36 right. We're going to make this an awesome birthday month. So guys, sound off in the comments. What was your favorite Coach era? Did you have any of the bags we saw today? I bet a handful of you had a Carly at one point or another. Like, that was an iconic Coach bag for such a long time. So until next time, stay safe, have fun. I'll see you guys in the next one. Miranda, who knew? Bye.